Well, hello. Greetings from New York and greetings from Vegas.
Yeah.
Back to our regularly scheduled Zoom calls.
Our socially distanced safe programming.
Yep. You know what? I brought this fan and I didn't even use it in any of our videos that we did. I think we did 3 videos.
And you never threw the shade.
Nope. So you're getting it now, y'all. Just getting it out the way.
I will say you threw shade when you said Masika left with that washer and dryer. Now that was shade. That was shade. I replay that moment when you realize. I rarely watch videos that I make, but that is a replay. It's at the it's at the 5-minute, 50-second mark. I keep replaying that. When the look on your face when I said, "Where have we heard that before?" And you said, "Oh.
Right.
If you know, you know."
Well, I guess we could start our first topic with Nene Leakes. This came out today. Basically, she's still tweeting about leaving Bravo, and a fan asked her, Nene, can Bravo TV give you the spinoff you deserve? And then Nene Leakes responded to them, they don't think I deserve the work at all in any compactly. Compactly. She meant capacity.
In any, you see, that's why you got to be careful when you're tweeting while you're angry and you're unemployed. Because now you sound more, but then again, this is the woman who gave us Bridemaid. But Nene is like any compactly. Like the thing is, when the word is misused, how am I supposed to know which word she misused? Like I know Bridemaid, but other than that, I can't keep up with her foibles.
Well, when Nene talks, we're just left up to context clues, basically, to what she really means.
And the truth is, you don't deserve a spinoff because you're just not interesting. Like you were.
Exactly.
You were interesting when you had your original face, when you had your real nose, when you would get somebody together, but now, it's like we don't know if it's you or if it's Tamar or if it's Masika Kalisha or if it's Hazel Lee. Like everybody's just changing heads, changing faces. I miss changing faces. The thing is, with don't take their name and use that as your life motto, changing faces. Remember Changing Faces?
Of course I do.
I wanted to chew his clothes, cut his car. I wanted him to die. And the thing is, they do that to their faces. They wanted to cut their face. They wanted to chew them up. They want them to die. And now we don't even know who you are, Nene. Who is Nene?
She added some more stuff to it. A fan said, it sounds like they forced you out. That's the story you want. Is that the story you want out there? They didn't want you to work in any capacity. And then Nene Leakes said they definitely did force me out. So that means that it wasn't an amicable split. It goes without saying. But she tried to make it seem like
it. We could tell by the tears that she was crying through her makeup that it wasn't amicable and she wanted to stay. And Bravo said, look, we'll give you $2. And she thought, oh no, I'm going to get $4. No, sometimes in life you don't have options. Sometimes you have to take what's in front of you and deal with it. And she hasn't given us a plot line in seasons. Like your last plot line was your husband's illness. That ain't even your shit. Your husband had to damn near die for you to have something to talk about. That's fucked up. You're boring. You won't bring your ugly children on the show.
Good grief. Grief
is right. She is grief. She is heartache, misery, and strife. And I was sick of looking at her. It's like, how long is this going to go on? We watched you grow from a young fawn to an overgrown moose. We watched you move into a $2 million artless, plantless, rugless house. You pissed away your opportunities. I'm sick of looking at you. Next, Teffa. Next.
So
I'm sick of it.
the only thing I have to say on that is, like, I just hope she doesn't burn any more bridges. And as far as like spin-offs or anything like that, like you said, I think she's not interested by herself, but I do think she works well. Well, she did work well in an ensemble cast. Like, she needs to play off of somebody, you know? Like, she needs to be an antagonist to someone. Um,
I agree. I agree.
and there's a reason that Candy has had 4 or 5 spin-offs and Nene has only had one. So it is what it is.
I mean, even Nicki Minaj has 2 #1 hits after
Ooh,
15 years.
perfect, perfect segue. Speaking of one, did you hear about Amanda Seales?
Wait, the uninvited?
The Uninvited. Yeah. So
Here's the thing. I got an invitation to the Insecure Emmy party, and she didn't. You got one too. They emailed it to Pop Rose. You know we both got one. You know they wanted us partying with them. And we were like, look, it's COVID. We got to be responsible. We ain't gonna go. But Amanda, I saw the email list that Amanda's name was on. And I was like, now how we getting invited to shit that she ain't? And it's her show. Well, then again, it's not her show because she's an extra. She's a glorified extra. You know what it is to be a star of a show and have a speaking role, as you do here. She is an extra on that show. Literally, she was on, 2 episodes for 10 minutes and then came out, from the shower after she done ran off from her man. And honestly, here's the thing. Amanda, it's funny to think of Amanda running away from a man that she can't keep. That's what's funny to me. It's on TV, you act like you can keep a man and you gonna run away from him. In real life, if you pulled that, you would come home to an empty house. You would come home to a chair is still a chair.
Well, you did speak of the Emmy thing, but people were wondering why they didn't see her at, Issa's Emmy party when, they were at this whole stadium or field.
What? Wait, here's the thing. Nobody fucks with her. Why are we surprised? They're trolling. They're not asking. At this point, when you got kicked out of the Black Emmy party 2 years ago, we know nobody fucks with you. I ain't asking. I'm not surprised. No, is she invited to my house? No. Why weren't you at the Emmy party? Why weren't you with Issa? Why?
She responded to that fan and said, y'all asking me about the Emmys, ... Y'all didn't know me yet? And then she was just laughing at it. But I'm pretty sure she just learned her lesson from last time. But the main story I wanted to talk about is, y'all sent this to me in my inbox, that The Real was using a Black Lives Matter University tag, the same tag that's her smart, funny, and black emblem. And then, Amanda definitely called them out on it and, said they're still in her property. And she has a point. Why are they using her stuff? They could do a lot of things. So I'll give that to her. The Real is probably trolling her.
I agree with you. I think The Real is trolling her. And that's also what happens when you mix your brand up with something really big and major like The Real. It gets ugly. Or also you may just inspire in a way that you would prefer not to.
Does it say a lot that the co-host participated in the segment, knowing that, oh hey, this is kind of similar to what Amanda did? Would you put any blame on them, or they're just doing their job?
I feel like they're doing their job, but I also feel like Amanda has the type of personality that will make you read her for 15 minutes on end. So I could see people being petty.
Speaking of daytime, Wendy Williams' first week. Now,
Jesus.
I've seen 2, I know. I've seen 2 episodes this week, and you know what? I mean, it's nice to see her, and I love that familiarity that, I used to watch her every morning, but something about it just isn't the same. I was a little bored, a little bit she also, I feel like she doesn't know what she's talking about either. She's just fed topics, you know?
I just don't think that she has her finger on the pulse anymore. Like when she was Radio Wendy, she really knew what was going on and had her ear to the streets.
Right.
You've been out of the streets for a while now.
So her show is basically like you have a virtual audience behind her, and then you have her employees that like are filling up some audience spots. So it's about maybe like 20 people.
It's so depressing. It's so depressing. I saw a tiny clip of it and I was just like, this ain't it. Just do the Zoom shit like we do. If you don't have an audience, it's okay not to have an audience. We get why you don't have an audience. We don't want to get people sick. You're being responsible. So just put the camera on you. Like, Wendy, you didn't have an audience when you were on radio for 20 fucking years. I don't know why you can't figure out how to do it now. But having 2 or 3 employees look in your little mask, it ain't cute. It's depressing. It just reminds people more of the virus. I can't stand it.
Well, she tried to do the Zoom thing and it didn't work out.
No, the Zoom thing didn't work out because she ain't put no effort in. She just got on camera, high and drunk, and we were just like, ooh, auntie, no. We were.
And Ellen is doing the same thing. Like, she has a virtual audience now. What else has changed about Wendy Williams is she fired her DJ Booth, the one that she would always like, you know, maybe hit on a little bit, and she was saying how good of friends they were. Well, he has spoke out about the incident. B. Scott is shady. Shout out to Love B. Scott.
Now, I will tell you, I will never fuck with B. Scott. Because B. Scott ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep him off your ass, baby. He told Wendy, he said, I have time. And he's been at her for what, a good 8 months now?
A little bit, but they've calmed down now.
He's giving her the same treatment that Letitia's sister gave that store manager. He put his heel up her ass and he ain't taking it out.
So he wrote, after parading DJ Booth around all last year, fans were surprised to see he had been replaced with DJ Sus One, especially considering it was rumored that Booth and Wendy were more than just friends. DJ Booth was apparently just as surprised as the rest of us by his unceremonious firing because he took to Instagram to let it be known that he feels he was done dirty. Now, let's see. He said, that shit is going to be crazy, y'all. God don't like ugly. He then added, this little DJ is powerful. I feel thankful. I'm blessed. I'm thankful, you know, you never know who really fuck with you. God don't like ugly. When I say shit about to be crazy, it's about to be crazy. I don't have the tea. I got the fucking coffee before laughing. Something may come out soon, but I'm surprised that he has not sued her for sexual harassment at this point. Because she always used to hint at, you know, them being more than just friends. But it's kind of shitty to do your DJ like that, you know?
Wendy is clearly not someone of great business practice. We can all attest to that. Like, you let your little old girl run your business for a while, but we knew it all comes from the top. The fish rots from the head.
I've never heard that expression before.
You've never heard that expression, a fish rots from the head?
No.
It's as old as the hills. If that's how she wants to treat her people, then you're going to get what you're going to get. But also, like, Wendy is alone and desperate and sad.
You think so, behind the scenes?
Look at her in front of the camera. You've seen her driving around, you know, always with some young trade. That's the thing. You are Wendy Williams, and we don't see you with anything but young trade. Child, all the money in the world can't fix that.
Carole Baskin.
She's an alleged murderer. Right. And she wears cat print.
So the family of her dead ex-husband, they hit her with a defamation lawsuit for allegedly making light of his disappearance on the hit ABC Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. They're just as litigious as her.
I love karma, how it just makes it, you know, what goes around comes around. But yeah, let's see. Carole Baskin, 59, is officially being sued for defamation due to not speaking up or defending Don Lewis when judges on Dancing with the Stars cracked jokes about him. So she didn't even crack the joke, the judges did. According to new court documents, the lawsuit accuses Baskin of being complicit when judges referenced a viral TikTok video discussing the unproved conspiracy theory that Baskin actually allegedly killed Lewis and fed him to hungry tigers.
I'm gonna send that family $20 for their legal bills. I swear for God.
So, additionally, the lawsuit alleges that Baskin should have intervened when the judges joked that she didn't quite kill the Paso Doble. It was kind of sedated. There are also issues with Baskin saying that she was ready to kill it next week in an interview with Good Morning America. And the family believed that was an extremely poor taste. Yeah, I mean, as long as she's on this show, she's gonna get that exposure. I also think that
Like honestly, I just want to like applaud for the family right now. I'm gonna send them $20. Like one, just because it's good television, and two, like get her alleged murdering, and get her. Imagine if this was somebody that you loved, and they just on Dancing with the Stars.
I haven't been watching. I'm not really that interested. I do think they might just leave her on just for the views. Also, I want to give a shout out to Nelly. The judges had a problem with him wearing Jordans, and he went and got some Jordans custom made into dancing shoes. So he has Jordans with the little heel at the back of it. Like he has Jordans with like a dancing heel added to it. So if you
go, key heel, it's a key heel. He has a Jordan key heel. Oh my God. Oh my God.
But I gotta give him credit. Like if you go that far, that committed, you deserve to at least be top 3. Like he's trying. And Nelly looks over 40. Shout out to Black Don't Crack.
Oh yeah, Nelly's always been beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Ashanti didn't lock that down.
I heard Nelly wasn't treating her great.
Well, if he wasn't treating her great, then she shouldn't have stayed with him for a decade. The decade that she was relevant, because she left him. Huh?
Was she with him for a decade?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, they all while they were relevant, they were together, but it was that like Sierra 50 Cent, don't nobody want to claim nobody. And Sierra showed us how that went. You going to, if nobody want to claim you, you're going to end up with 50 Cent in the future, and you might luck up on a Russell Wilson. Like Sierra turned that game around. She was with loser after loser, and she said, nope, not again. Let me get with this corny man over here. He's going to be corny all the way to the bank now. Like, here's the thing. Nobody talks about the fact that Future is that child's father, because we all know Future does not see that child. We all know. You named him Future for what?
We all want Sierra's prayer, though.
Love and Listings is coming to New York City.
Really? That's interesting. Was this filmed before the pandemic or after?
It's a deal where they're going to be filming it after.
Okay. I'm guessing they want their own, what do you call it on Bravo?
Franchise?
Well, yeah, but what's the franchise called on Bravo?
Oh, $1 Million Listing.
Yeah, $1 Million Listing. Yeah, I feel like they want their own urban, I hate that word, but they want their own version of $1 Million Listing.
Would you say we're urban?
I have urban energy. I mean, I don't know. I'm from an urban neighborhood. I don't know.
I lived in an urban neighborhood for 14 years? Like we're definitely city. It's like we're city folk, but are we urban?
I'm just so used to that term because I'm like into marketing, and back in the day with music, you'd be like, that urban market, what about our urban market? When people can just say our black market. So, okay, we want a black version of $1 Million Listing. I guess we can get this Tory Lanez topic out the way. I really can't stand him. He came out with a 17-track album. I'm guessing documenting what really happened with Meg. Now, I'm not about to get into what happened. I didn't listen to it. I didn't give it any streams. Shade Room dedicated 12 articles to that shit. 12. 12. Like, do you care what he has to say? I don't care what he has to say about it. Like, anything you had to say, like, you should have said it right then and there. He should be locked up, And then to put this out around the time where Breonna Taylor didn't get her justice for being shot, and you're talking about, you're trying to profit off of shooting somebody. It's just disgusting, I can't believe he had the gall to even, like, try to profit off of that. And now he's trying to, like, clean it up and say, oh, it was the anniversary of his mom's birthday on September 25th. A portion of the proceeds, not unlisted how much, but a portion of the proceeds will go to Breonna Taylor. Ugh.
And I guess the other portion will go to your upcoming legal fees.
Exactly. This is a publication like Shade Room, which I would expect from, a black outlet, and talking about this person. Because, Shade Room, they put, 12 articles dedicated to Tory Lanez. This is the last time we will cover Tory Lanez. The rapper just added to his list of disgraceful behavior by dropping the most toxic album of the year. He recently became a music industry pariah after Megan Thee Stallion revealed that he shot her during an incident that led to his arrest. However, rather than publicly apologizing to Megan or addressing the issue, he released an album instead, using the media attention from the shooting to promote his work. Lane's moves are particularly sickening considering the proximity to this week's ruling on the murder of Breonna Taylor. Lanez has used the same logic to promote his album, exploiting the trauma enacted on Black women for financial and cultural gain, while refusing to protect them or acknowledge their culpability. And that's why you'll never see him on our website or social platforms again. Now, that's how you do it, I think. Shout out to High Snobiety. And that's what I have to say. Fuck him. I don't care what he has to say on that. And fuck T.I. too for trying to get the real story.
I love how you threw in fuck T.I. too just for GP fuck his ass.
Yes. And that's all I'm going to say on Tory Lanez. I don't care what he had to say on it. I don't care what he had to say about people. Oh, also, Rick Ross criticized him. He responded to Rick Ross the same day, but he can't even respond to shooting a woman. Like, that's what I just don't understand. He responded to Rick Ross immediately. I just don't get it.
And Rick Ross is a pear. He gives me a fruity tea where sometimes he's sweet and sometimes he's tart. He's a pear.
There's a lot of pears in the music industry, now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? I've been working on my procrastination personally, but BetterHelp will help you assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit betterhelp.com/popros. That's better, HELP. and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Special offer for our Pop Roast listeners: get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/poproast. That's betterhelp.com/poproast.
Bethany Frankel.
Oh, so yeah, she was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy after the Part 3 reunion. Also, I can't wait to see her final thoughts on that, by the way.
I didn't know. I'm pissed. I'm sad I missed that episode. I'm going to try to watch it. Like, I'm going to try to catch a replay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, and she said a couple things that I was just like, oh, so apparently she's still married technically. She divorced from her husband, Jason, in 2012. So it's been 8 years that they've been in legal battles. Isn't that crazy?
This is why I'm not getting married. Like,
right.
I'm not.
Why did I get married? Shout out to Tyler Perry. That was a good movie. That's his best.
You motherfucker. You tried to slide that in. Now, here's the thing. I'll let you give Beyonce her claps for her accomplishment. She is a great vocalist and dancer. She's a thief, one of the greatest thieves of all time. But what we ain't going to do on this show is shout out to Tyler Perry. You don't even watch Bra or Sisters. You haven't gone through the pain and the agony of what it is to watch a Tyler Perry show. But you just go and slip that in like it's cute.
Moving on. So what else she said was on the reunion, on part 3 of the reunion, it was mentioned by, I think, Dorinda, I think it was part 2, that she said that how Leah was found, like Bethany gave like a suggestion for Leah to be on the show. And we know that Bethany's also brought Aviva, you know, the one with the leg, and she threw it across the room. She put her on the show as well.
I can get my leg up, but I ain't never thrown it across the room.
Right. She was just correcting Andy because I think Andy said, like, yeah, and Bethany's been giving us like 30 names. She was like, well, it was actually 7 or 8. And also, I've given you African-American women as well. It's just y'all didn't use them. So she put him on blast there. Like, so.
A Bethany shimmy. We're going to do a Bethany shimmy. She said, I've been trying to get black women on the show. Y'all just wasn't using them.
Right, exactly. So I appreciate that from Bethany. She said that when they asked, would she ever consider coming back? She said, well, you know what? Y'all just going to have to probably pull up to my garage with a Brinks truck. That's what has to happen. And it just has to make sense. You know, it just has to be a different show. So Bravo, like Nene, Bravo wants her to come back. It's just they need to pay her, you know. I mean, I did like every season she was on. What?
I'm just applauding. If you can ever tell your former employer, well, you pull up with a Brinks truck, we might be able to talk. That's boss.
Like, I think she's the only one that really like leaves on her own terms, you know. But she does have a show coming up on HBO Max as well. So she's good.
Oh, what's it going to be about?
I forgot. I believe it's like I think it's more so competition based. It's not like around her life or anything.
Oh, okay. Does Jason have 3 kids from another marriage?
I don't know. He has kids from another. I thought that was his first child.
Like, I think that was her first child, but like I was watching old episodes of Housewives of New York because of you, and she was talking about dating this guy named Jason who had 3 kids. Is this a different Jason?
Different Jason. Season 1, Bethany, her first boyfriend on the show was this bald-headed, ugly gremlin named Jason. And he already had kids. And he didn't, like, you know, Bethany, that was a deal breaker for her. She wanted kids. but he already had kids from a previous marriage. She didn't
Oh.
blood sucking Jason until season, like the end of season 2 or season 3. I don't know.
Okay.
But moving on, you know how everyone's been watching Girlfriends, you know, going back, looking at all the seasons. Well, the actor William, he played William. I'm sorry. His name is Reginald Hayes, who played William. So he was saying his life wasn't as pretty once the show ended. According to the 51-year-old actor, he did an interview with the Chicago Tribune and saying how he was living in his sister's garage after the show. He said he had started a complete rebuild on his house and was out of a job. Let's see. He said there were awful years. He said he made it work with his residual checks for a year, but ended living in his sister's garage for 6 years. He said it was difficult trying to get into other kinds of work when acting went south. He tried being a bouncer and a furniture mover, but neither worked out. Hayes said looking back, he wishes he would have done things differently, but overall the show has changed his life and was a blessing. That's pretty sad, you know? Like, you come off a hit show, like Syndicate. I'm glad he's getting that syndicated check, at least.
Unless you're a producer, syndication and residuals aren't much of anything. That's why he was in his sister's garage.
That's a good point. But I'm thinking he would get some type of money from the Netflix deal now.
Maybe
no?
$8, maybe $10.
He did a lot on that show. He was a main character. So
I ain't saying he don't deserve. I'm just telling you what's like. If you're a producer, then they're getting the big money. The actresses are. I would like. Nobody's saying how much they're getting. They're promoting it. They probably got more money to promote the shit than they are for the actual residuals. And
right.
That's the truth of entertainment. If you are not the producer, if you don't have an ownership share, you ain't getting shit.
It just says a lot, you know, like I feel bad for like the starving artists and the actors who just have to get, you know, it's just one gig to the next, you know? That's why actors are so glad, like, you know, if you're on Grey's Anatomy, you know, they've been on for like, what, over 20 seasons, it feels like? I think they hit season 20. I don't know. Let me know, y'all, in the comments if y'all still watch Grey's, but, you know, you have those actors that just be like, thank God. I have a steady job. I'm on this show, you know?
I agree with you. There are some actors that are just like, you know what? I understand what a blessing this is. I will play this character until the wheels fall off. Will and Grace, they got the band back together. They said, ain't nobody hiring our asses. We better go back. Acting like we got opportunities that we don't.
And that's why you have Tyler Perry, you know, like he has all these shows and actors. I'm sorry to bring it back up, but I'm just saying, like, if you're a Black actor, you got to go to Tyler Perry. You better get your ass to Atlanta. Get your ass to Atlanta if you need an acting job. I told my friend who's an actress, shout out to my friend, she watches the show. I was like, maybe you need to move to Georgia, girl, instead of LA, because you'll definitely get a job there. I'm serious, dead ass.
Here's the thing. We got 4 great Black women leads on Sisters. And as much as I can't stand Tyler Perry, I cannot wait until Sisters comes back because I did love that show.
Is Sisters a dollar value version of Girlfriends?
I wouldn't even say dollar value. I would say piss poor.
Jeez. Well, I'm glad those actresses are getting paid, you know? I'm glad.
Shout out to all the ladies that are on Sisters. Like, I make fun of Sisters, but like, and I make fun of Tyler Perry, but I do love that show. I love that show. I am actually going to try to get interviews with some of the girls that are on it. Like, they're talented actresses. They're pretty. Like, Lord, here's the thing. If you can be pretty in Tyler Perry wardrobe, you're real pretty. Because he puts them in some fucked up shit. Like, I like one of the leads, Andy, like the asymmetrical Wish.com dynasty wannabe shit he puts her in. I'm just like, like, you gotta look at that wardrobe and be like, really, this is what I'm wearing? This is what the character would wear? Okay. Okay, but you know, I do like the show and I like them. It's just like, girl, come on, them outfits is ridiculous.
Well, well,
I don't know what's funnier. I don't know what's funnier, the outfits or the wigs.
those wigs are pretty tragic.
Oh, speaking of tragedy, let's go on and talk about Antebellum.
I mean, we both did our reviews on it. Like, at first, I was going to do a review with you, but I was just like, I wasn't in a place to watch something terrible. I was just watching Lovecraft Country. Like, that's what I rather did. Like, I'd rather watch some good shit. Now, after watching Antebellum, I had to watch, well, I wanted to watch Hidden Figures afterward, just so I can wash, that off my brain. Because that was a shitty boo-boo movie. Shitty. I'm sorry, Janelle. And I love Janelle. Go support her music. Yeah. That's all I got to say on that. I didn't like it. I didn't like the twist. I didn't like the premise. Yeah.
And the thing is, it didn't make sense. Like, now that you've seen it, can we both, if the shit didn't make sense, because it's like, wait, hold on, like, how were you there before? Then they brought you back. Then it's a war reenactment.
Wait, are you going to say any spoilers for people who haven't seen it?
I'm not going to, here's the thing, even if you see it, you're going to look at it and be like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to do.
I just want to spoil the movie and give people a spoiler warning if you were going to say the twist.
If you gonna watch that bullshit, and you probably ain't, here's the thing, you're gonna twist, but you're gonna turn around and be like, what was that? What?
Yeah.
Like, was it, like, here's the thing, like, it was more confusing than Us, right? Like, at the end of the movie, you were just like, but.
Not Us, y'all. Us, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, Us, the movie, it was like, oh, she's okay. Like, it was one of those twists where it's like, oh, it's really high mind. At the end of this movie, you're just like, what? What? Is that what you, did you, like, did it make sense to you? Did it make sense? Like, the twist, did the twist make sense? Because if it's going to be a twist, like, I can turn around and twist right now, but it ain't going to, there's a twist. Twist.
Yeah.
A twist has to make sense. Did the twist make sense to you?
I mean, it made sense. I see where it was going. Like, I wasn't confused about anything. I just was like, this is just not realistic at all for it to be a twist, like, I don't know, it was just really, I was just disgusted by it too, I don't like the slave torture porn that movies have now,
I would say this, Roots did it best. If you need to educate somebody on how bad it was and the real pain and trauma that we went through, Roots is the standard. Show them Roots.
The movie had nothing to do with that. It just so happened to have a slavery aspect to it. Just so happened. It wasn't even trying to educate nobody. It was just cruel. That's the thing. So yeah.
And I also have to say, did you ever watch Westworld, that series on HBO?
I didn't watch Westworld, but somebody in our comments, spoiler alert, gave us a really good analogy. It's to The Village. Like, The Village, definitely, is exactly like that. It's The Village, but with slavery.
I feel like it's The Village and then also Westworld. If you had seen Westworld, like, if you ever see anything Westworld, you'll be like,
it's in my queue.
You'll be like, that's it. You see the first episode, like, once you see the twist in Westworld, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what's going on here. And yeah, I would say it's definitely akin to The Village, definitely akin to Westworld, but it's like, it wasn't educating, there wasn't a point, and then also it just didn't make sense. Like, I was watching it and I was just like, half of this doesn't make sense. Like, but how is this? Then there's the horse and buggy. We're acting like we're gonna do this, but then we're gonna do that. But then when you do that, that shit don't make sense. I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
I was disappointed too. I had really high hopes for it. The marketing for it, was like, oh, I wonder what this is about, And it was from the producers of Get Out. It was a dud.
The Real Black China is getting a season 2 on what? Zeus?
Yes, I'm starting to think that she has stock in this channel or something. I don't care, but maybe we'll get some good one-liners like embezzle. I feel like we'll get some good one-liners, and her mom will definitely be back.
I mean, I'm not going to be looking at it. Well, we will see you sooner than my interest for Zeus.
We have one more story.
Oh what?
The Lisa Ray.
Who?
Lisa Ray McCoy.
Diamond? The one?
Yes.
Wait, the one who Dwayne Martin stole her husband.
Well, speaking of, that's what it's about. She was saying that Lisa Ray McCoy shames bisexual men and says they gotta be outed.
Now here's the thing: you was friends with Niecy Lickaclit Nash. Did you out her?
And the brat is her sister. The brat is bisexual.
Oh my God! And you want to talk about outing when you literally, your sister was one of the biggest, hold on, let me get in the claw. Let me show you what she was doing. Your sister was in here like this. The door was open. She was just, we were like, you okay? You want to come out of there? She's like, no, I'm good. You had a sister who for 40 years did this? And you want to talk about outing? You had a sissy steal your husband and you want to talk about, well, I guess I'd be mad if the sissy stole my husband.
I mean, what she said was pretty problematic. They were talking about, Claudia's show.
Problematic. Again, the brat, it's okay for your sister to do this. She couldn't even close the door. Missy will at least.
I hope that door doesn't come apart. Oh, okay. You can come out now.
Yeah, that's what we were saying to the brat for years. Now here's
Queen
Latifah. Here's what Queen Latifah will do. Queen Latifah does this. Your sister, however, was just in a door open, just space in the closet. And you gonna talk about people needing to come out. Now you kept your sister's business. Nobody put your sister in the street. We all knew because the closet door was open.
Anywho, they were on the topic.
Now that I think about it, Missy.
They were on the topic of Andrew Gillum, and I'm guessing that triggered something about him saying he was bisexual. She basically suggested that he's not really bisexual, he's actually gay. Honestly, there's so many different facets of sexuality at this point, but I just get it. I'm about to say Issa Rae. Lisa was just being an auntie, an ignorant auntie. McCoy then said women can test to see if their boyfriends and husbands are gay by using your finger a little bit. If the men react positively, it means they're homosexual. To which the panel once again responded in laughter. That is wild. Wild. So if a man likes pleasure in that area, then that means he's gay.
I don't know how a 53-year-old woman, but then again, she can't keep a man. She couldn't keep a husband. You're out here, you're on Fox Soul, you're doing it, but you ain't found no winner, and you probably haven't found a winner because you're thinking of stupid shit like that. Okay, I'm gonna break it down for everybody. Let me give y'all a little anatomy lesson. Here's the thing. Men have prostates. That's kind of how all of the semen and everything is produced. So that is our erogenous and pleasure zone. If a man says it isn't, he's lying because literally that is how our bodies are set up. You have a clitoris, we have a prostate. That's what it is. That's just science. It's facts. Look it up. Look it up. Don't ask me, ask biology. And you are a whole 53-year-old woman out here, and you gonna say something that stupid? All right. Well, that's the thing. Oh, if he responds, like, no, here's the thing. If he responds negatively, he just has a dirty ass. That's all that is. You date men with skid marks. You date men who don't clean. You date men who don't douche. You date men with yellow assholes, and you think that's masculinity.
Anatomy by Alex. Anatomy by Alex.
Hold on. Let's just look it up. Let's just ask Google. Let's just look up the prostate gland and ask Google, so that if anybody is confused about why your man may enjoy some anal pleasure, that's how we're wired. That's where our shit is. Like, your shit's where your shit is. Nobody's saying, oh my goodness, a clitoris. Ooh.
Just to make that assumption, you know, like, oh, ladies, let me tell you a little secret I know. If you're playing his ass, that means he like, Lord have mercy.
The prostate's most important function is the production of a fluid that, together with sperm cells from the testicles and fluids from other gland, make up semen. So literally, like, look it up. Google said it. Like, that's like where our shit comes from. It is just so nobody's confused. That's a fact. Your man is not gay if he enjoys any stimulation back there. That's just where our plumbing is. Like, y'all have plumbing, you've got fallopian tubes, you've got vulvas, you've got ovaries. That's where our shit is. Nobody talks about it. And the thing is, if the aunties are out here giving misinformation, oh, if he responds positively. If he responds positively, he has a clean ass. You just ain't used to dating men with clean asses. That's your issue. But that's why you can't keep a man, because you don't even know how to date a man with a clean ass. She don't. Manless at 50. Pathetic.
Furthermore, I just want to say that I'm not gonna cancel her because, I mean, she's ignorant and she's an auntie at this point, and I have aunties that say ignorant shit too. You know what? I just be like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna just eat my food, listen to y'all be ignorant, and maybe go upstairs and be laughing with my friends and be like, look what my auntie said, y'all. Like, you know, so I still love Issa Rae. I don't take any, am I saying Issa Rae? I still love Lisa. I still love Lisa Rae. I'm just not going to take anything she says as fact. That's all.
I would say this. I don't want to put Issa Rae in it because I feel like Issa Rae knows what's going on. She's like, we've seen her on her show. She knows how to push the booty button.
Yeah.
Hey, exactly.
Yes.
Take note. But like, for real, like, it may be a little bit of anatomy lesson, but like, it does not mean your man is gay. It's just literally where our shit is.
And I think we can end it on that. Booty button.
No, we can end it on that. We'll see you sooner than Lisa Rae sees a booty button.
Right. Let me test this out. Lord. Erykah Badu reference for y'all. But anyway, yeah.
And also, how you 53 and you still got to put a finger in the ass to know if your man is gay or not? At 53, you don't know? You don't know? You see, you just running around clueless. I don't know how you're an elder and I know more than you. I don't know how that works. But then again, you think we're right after Labor Day is cool, so you been a fool.
I need you to hit up Claudia Jordan and just like inform her. Inform your friend. But with that, I will see y'all sooner than my fucks for anything concerning Tory Lanez, because here on out, we ain't talking about him anymore. So yeah, we will see you soon.